Hello everybody, Kimberly Watson Johnson, People's Trust Realty, coming to you today with Q&A Saturday. How's everybody doing? I am out here relaxing by the pool. Hey, Florida, loving it. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with our questions. So our first question says, hi guys, just curious, what is the difference between an inspection and an appraisal? That's from Nikki Hobbs. Nikki, that is a great question. So these two things are totally different, but it's really easy to explain. Okay, so an inspection reviews your home for repairs. The inspection lets you know if you have plugs that are not working, windows that are not working, hot water heater out, or roof issues. That's what the inspection is going to do. It's done at the beginning of the purchase, so you can know if you want to move forward with the purchase. Now, the appraisal is what the lender orders, or you yourself can order to determine the home's value. So an appraiser is going to come out, he's going to look at the home, look at the recent sales in the area, and give you a value, so a number value on the property. So plain and simple, inspection, repairs, appraisal, value. So there we go with that one. Our next question, it says, hello Kimberly, can I still qualify for down payment assistance even if I own the house already? And it's Amy the goalie. Okay, so Amy, when it comes to down payment assistance, if you've owned a home in the last 3 years, they will not allow you to use down payment assistance again. You have to wait until it's been 3 years, and a true 3 years from the previous home ownership. So if you have a home, and let's just say you sold it today, here in May 21st, then your home, you will not be able to use down payment assistance for another home until 2025, May 22nd. Okay, so hopefully that kind of helps you get an idea about that. All right, our next question, it says, hey Kim and T, question for you. Is it true that if you renovate your home before selling, you will get a dollar for dollar return on your investment? Is it enough to get my home sold higher than my asking price? Thank you, Lisa Oren. Okay, so Lisa, that is a catch-22 kind of question. There are some renovations that you will get dollar to dollar value on, and there are other renovations that you will not recoup your money. Okay, so some renovations that will get you that close return that you can be spent would be minor kitchen repairs, a garage door, windows. So those will be the ones that will get you the best return on your investment. Now, the ones that will get you the worst return on your investment is pools, high-end appliances, and building on additions. Okay, with a pool, you can spend $100,000 for a pool, beautiful, gorgeous, and most appraisers are not going to give you anything more than $25,000 credit for that pool. So don't waste your money on all these lavish, extravagant remodeling things. Do the basic stuff. Nice little minor kitchen updates. Make sure your windows are updated, things like that. Those are the things that will get you your money back. So don't overspend or overvalue your home for the area, because at the end of the day, no matter how many repairs you do, the home is still only going to sell for the value of the current homes in the area. So I tell people, even if you laid gold on the floor, it will not get you back the money you spent. So I wouldn't recommend you do too much, okay? But do what's necessary to get you a good price. Next, it says, hi Kim, Jesse here. Can you tell us more about low-key sales? Is it better to sell a house that way? Much gratitude, Jesse Bell. Okay, so Jesse, low-key sales. Low-key sales, to let people know, those are sales that are not out on the open market. What I mean by that, those are what some people call pocket listings, secret sales. They go by many other names. So basically, we would say that I have a listing coming up. I have not put it in the MLS. but I know some people that are looking for it, for this particular type of home, and I go to them and, hey, I have this listing, or there's this home I know of, the people are looking to sell it. Okay, and if you're interested, then that home is there. So basically, the low-key sales, I say, are a good thing for buyers, as they won't have much competition and they can save some money off the price. But it's not so good for sellers, because if no one is interested in your property with minimum marketing, it may not sell quick or for as much money. Because with something like that, it's not out there on the open market. There are not many people that know about it. So it's a secret sale. That means you may have only 2 or 3 people that you need to choose from their offer. So that one, I think, is a better deal for a buyer, okay? So just so you know with that one. It says, we're gonna move on to our next question. It says, hello, Kimberly. I don't even know how to say my own name. Do you mean hello, Kimberly? Okay, hello, Kimberly. Is it true that deceased estates are always cheap because they're in a rush to sell? Thank you for your advice, Eric Hardy. Well, Eric, let me put it to you this way. Deceased, someone passes away and their people inherit the homes. It is not necessarily a quick sale and getting it for cheap. Yes, there are some family members that'll get a home. It may need some repairs. They live too far away, or they're just not interested in doing any of that. So they're willing to hurry up and get rid of that home. Now, however, you do have some homes where the heirs decide, it's 5 of us, we need to split this money, so we want to get as much as we can. That gives us more money to split. So that one is not a necessity. It's not always true that you're going to get a cheaper home if you purchase it from like an inheritance home. So that's not always true. And plus, with the real estate market the way it is, you can get pretty decent money for even the ones that need repairs. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead on to the next one. We have a lot of questions this week, quite a lot, but that's okay. We're gonna get right on through. We're gonna plug on through. All right, so our next question is, hello, Kimberly and your assistant chief. Can you tell me what's the difference between listing price and sales price? Where does your commission as an agent come in between those two? I'm not very up to date with terms, but I love more insight. Thank you so much, Mary Schmidt. Okay, so Mary, the list price is what the home, okay, let me start that over. The list price is what the home is going to be, what the seller's trying to get for the home, okay? Whereas the sales price is going to be what someone is willing to pay for that home. Sometimes people are willing to pay more for the home than it's listed. Sometimes people are not willing to pay more for the home than it's listed. It's going to be just a determination, okay? As for the commission is paid on what the home sells for. So we kind of try to let people know your home is only worth what someone's willing to pay for it, not what you want them to pay for it, but someone has to be willing to pay that amount. And our commission normally is based off of what the home actually sells for. All right. Now, next. Why do real estate agents quote a different price for a home for home sellers? Is it because of commission, or is it anything else? Do you guys have different tools to look at home prices? So confusing things. Alessandro Novak. Alessandro, this is a very, very good question. Okay, so let's go in and dig into this one. Okay, the price a home is listed for is subjective. When I say it's subjective, it is a person's opinion on what that price is. Okay, now as real estate agents, we all have the same tools to use to determine a home's value. However, we all may not use the same calculations or the same criteria to determine the home's value. At the end of the day, I try to stick with how most appraisers views the home. I tend to stick with what the appraiser is doing, because of the simple fact is, if that home is getting financing, there is going to be an appraiser that is going to come out and look at that home to determine value. So it does me no good to overprice and overvalue a home, and then the appraiser comes in and just literally cuts the value down. So with that being said, I try to determine homes that will, okay, I can't say I try to determine homes. Okay, so let me see. I'm messing up my verbiage today, and this video is going to be one of the worst ones I've done, but I am going to keep plugging through because I can do this. I know I can. Done it a few times. So today, I don't know. Maybe I just waited till too late to do it. I don't know. But anyway, let's get back to what's at hand here. Sell, blah, 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 yada, yada. Okay, so pricing to sell a home is subjective. As all real estates, we have the same, we all can use the same tools, but our views may be different. Okay, I try to use the way an appraiser taught me how to determine a home's value. And usually when I use the things that he sat down and showed me to use, I am within 10% of what the home appraises for. Okay, so how does that actually work? It is very complicated, so I'm not going to sit here and go through all the different details. But what I can say is there's a couple things that I focus on to determine your home's value. But at the end of the day, a home's value is only going to end up being what someone's willing to pay for it. And as far as the home prices and selling it, I would hope we're all out here trying to put numbers in front of our clients that we know will work. Okay, so that's the best way I can answer that one. Okay, I might get somebody to fuss at me about that, but at the end of the day, it's true, and it's the best way to put it out there. Now, we are at our last question. Okay, my glasses are falling off and they're getting foggy. Don't ask me why. It is hot out here. Hold on. Next, it says, Kim, please don't judge, LOL. I don't judge anybody. Can you explain what an auction is and what are the benefits of buying an auction house? My mom-in-law talks about it all the time, but I can't comment because I don't know anything about it. Thank you for any advice you can give, Gracie Hibbert. Okay, so Gracie, I am going to let you know that I really, your answer, I literally sat down and wanted to do some research on it because I can talk about auction homes all day long, but I like to give information based on what is happening in the market today. So with that being said, an auction house is a home in where it is placed for sale and buyers are given a certain amount of time to place a bid on the home. Most auction homes have a base price where the bid will need to be before they will accept the offer. So I'm going to stop right there because what I'm going to let you understand is there are these auctions out there where it says, hey, get a house for $100, get a house for $1,000. So you're in there bidding and you start noticing that the bids are going up. Okay, or they said they're going to put it on and we're going to take our bids till May 1st. And then you notice May 15th, it's still on the market. Well, what happened is, and you're like, I know I bid my $1,000. Why didn't they, call me? Well, that's because the reserves have not been met. Just because a home is on auction does not necessarily mean you are going to get it for the bottom price. Okay, what an auction means is that they're putting the home out there. There is a base price they've already determined they need to reach, and they want you to compete against other people and just do that whole, thing where you see on TV, 100 over here, 150 over there, 200 in the back, that kind of thing. The only difference is they're doing it on the computer, okay? So until the reserves are met, usually it just keeps going up and up. Now, once the reserves are met, they will still continue to let it go up and up until the date they determine to stop the auction. And then once they determine who wins the bid, they'll reach out to those people. Now, I do tell a lot of my clients, I am not against auctions. I'll put an offer in for you on an auction without a problem. But I do have this one little thing that I want buyers to be aware of. Some of these auction companies are starting to place what they call a additional 5% of the agreed upon price if you win the bid. So let's say you win the bid for $100,000 on a $200,000 house. Yay, I got it for $100,000. I'm doing really great. Okay, you got that $100,000. You got $10,000 for closing. Well, guess what? There's going to be an additional $5,000 on top of that 100 that's going to the auction company because you're paying because you won. So now your $100,000 bid actually turns out to be $105,000, and you still have to pay your closing costs and whatever else you have that you are required to pay for that. So I personally find it's more cost effective to purchase a home via a regular sale. I really do. I find that the auction homes are still being sold for the same price. You're not getting much of a discount. And the cost tends to get elevated when they do start putting these buyer premiums on there. So does it save you money? I'm sure there's someone out there that will say it does. I've just, in my 20 years of experience, have yet to see it happen in today's market. Years back, yes, but we're talking about today's market, and with today's market, I don't see the auction home with the buyer premium being the best route for a buyer. But once again, there are people out there that like to flip homes. They don't see that as a big deal, and that's fine. So when your mother-in-law is talking, your mother-in-law, when she's talking about those auction houses, just remind her, yeah, it's auction homes are pretty good, but there's a couple things we need to make sure we're paying attention to and are aware of. Okay, so those are our questions for today. I thank you for listening, and people would probably think that I should redo this video. I'm not, because you need to know that I'm a real person. I screw up, and guess what? I am really into what I do for a living, but I want people to know I'm just like everybody else. I am not perfect. So thank you for your time. I really appreciate those that watch my videos. Keep those questions coming. I really enjoy answering them. Plus, it makes me better because some of them, if I need a little bit more information on, that makes me have to go out there and do my own little research. So once again, you're educating me and I'm educating you. So thank you for your time. Have a good Saturday. Kimberly Watson Johnson, People's Trust Realty, bringing you keys to home ownership. Goodbye. Have a good one. And I just spilled my water. Bye-bye.